Hi everyone, so I'm back with my monthly favorites, and if you like this makeup look that I have going on, my subscribers and my followers basically voted on my Instagram and told me to do a blue and green inspired look. It's more like blue and teal, so roughly this is the look that I created. I really like it, and the highlight that I'm using, which is the first favorite I'm going to mention, let's just get right into it, would be the Sephora Face Shimmering Powder. I featured this in my Sephora haul. I'm going to be giving this away in conjunction with talking about this makeup tutorial on my Instagram. I will have it pinned to my Instagram page, so it's that pinned highlight page where I talk about, I just categorized it as my tutorials, and you guys can flip all the way to the end where the giveaway rules will be there. I really like this illuminator simply because it's very fine. You can spray your brush to get a kind of, I wouldn't say foiled, but almost like a metallic highlight, which I really like, and the shade is just spot on. I feel like it will suit not just kind of light skin tones but about medium skin tones, which is really great. And also, if you're of dark skin, you can use this as an eyeshadow or just a pinpoint highlight, so it's really incredible. So everything else is primarily skincare, but I will get my makeup favorites out of the way. This is actually a hybrid. It's mostly skincare, but it's from CNP Laboratory. It's their new Propolis cushion. I just recently filmed a cushion, like an Insta story version of my cushion reviews to keep it really quick, and I've tried this and I love it. It's like a serum texture. I love the packaging, black and gold never fails, and their Propolis range, this just reminds me of that. I feel like if all of those products in the CNP Propolis range had a baby, this would be it, and it's the cushion version of everything I love in that skincare line, which is the serum quality, the really kind of long-lasting hydration, making your skin look really natural but have the coverage as well. Just to show you guys the inside, it's kind of like a regular cushion, but it's really saturated, and also I love the serum quality of it. It builds to a medium to almost full coverage. Primarily what I really like about it is that my skin can kind of be hydrated by it, but it doesn't eat up all the moisture that I lose all that hydration in my skin. So it's really good, and it layers really well with the next two products from the same line. If you guys know, I'm going to be releasing what I did at that public makeup demonstration at that time. It's my first public makeup demonstration. So I featured these two products simply because I love to do this for a glass skin effect. I like to layer this CNP Propolis Ampule Oil and Cream. It looks like this. It basically in the tub. I got this when I was in Korea. But in the tub you can see it looks like an average cream, but what happens is that when you rub it into your hands, it becomes an oil. So it's a very lightweight and very luxurious texture, which I love, and I feel like if I had gotten it from any other brand, it would be so expensive because I don't know, like, these kind of hybrid formulations just never come around, and when they do, it's really pricey to make. But I love that the oil is very lightweight and it still feels like a cream when you take it out. So it's not like, oily right off the bat. It's like, you have to hold the cream in your hand, massage it in, and then it becomes an oil, so it's not too messy. I really like that. Some people will be like, oil, that's crazy. I'll get into oils in another video. I really like them. I use them for cleansing, I use them for moisturizing, I use them as a sleeping mask, I use them as a conditioner, I use it for everything. So oils will be coming up in my next skincare video, but the next product in conjunction with this Propolis Ampule in Oil Cream would be the Propolis Energy Ampule. A lot of people know about this from CNP, and for good reason. With all the CNP Propolis products, it's a humectant and it's a disinfectant, and also it's antibacterial, which basically helps you prevent any further damage to your skin. I like to use this before I break out, but also this is just incredible. I mean, it's such a lightweight ampoule, and also I just think that it is very good for our humidity. It's something that you can use in place of your serum, you can use it in conjunction with your serum, you can use it as a slap and go. It's so convenient. I wish they did come with a bigger bottle, but this is generally the quantity for most ampoules out in the market. market. But yeah, I run through this like crazy, and yeah, I'm trying to reach out to CMP to talk more about their Propolis range because I'm truly a fan of it, and I'll try to do a giveaway, so do stay tuned to my channel. But you guys know, as long as I really like a product, I will try to reach out to a brand, and if they're keen to partner with me, then I'll come up with a video, simply because I want you guys to benefit as well. The Propolis range, something I love. I bet I mentioned like half of it already. The cushion, the oil in cream, and also the Ampule. So I can't say enough good things. You guys definitely have to go down and check it. I'll leave international links as well in the description box because you guys just have to get it. Okay, so just speaking about giveaways briefly, I think when this video goes up, my giveaway for Singapore only will be out till the 10th of June, and I'm giving away these two products, which is my favorite as well. It's sponsored by Evening Island. This one is sponsored by Evening Island. I picked this up myself, but I had known about this brand before, and I already partnered with the company, so I didn't think that I needed to kind of buy one, but rather if I get additional bottles, I would give it to you. So essentially, this first item is from Instastory. It's their hyaluronic acid toner. You guys, seriously, I think going on that Korea trip really opened my eyes to like a whole different side of Korean makeup, and in a very uplifting way that I'm almost like, you know, I do really like Western makeup, and I don't think I'll ever like say that, you know, Western or Korean makeup is better than the other. They're both entirely different, but I've never really appreciated Korean makeup and skincare in the way that I did until I went to Korea, because there's just such an array, and with all the intense competition, my reviewer senses were like thinking, what is really the best? And I went on a rampage. Like, I kept trying every different texture on my hand, and if you guys watch my vlogs, I had a rant. I'll just insert it in the cards right here. I had a rant about how, like, you know, I was really going crazy in the stores. But also, if you are someone that is very intrigued by textures and knowing what's right for your skin, knowing the function of products, you also kind of go mad in Korea, which is a dangerous thing. But I've been trying a lot of different textures when I was there on the toners, and when I went to Olive Young and I saw this like little stand from Instastory, I was just like, okay, I'll give this a go without even really thinking about it. And when I tried it, the texture is honestly, like, when you think about toner, you probably think about very watery consistency. You don't really attribute it to anything that's like a little bit more syrupy and then melts into the skin, whereas this lives up to that kind of hybrid formulation, which is almost like unheard of. I love that, you know, with a thicker toner you don't have to layer as much, especially a hydrating one. A lot of the times the 7 Skin methods play around with toner with non-alcohol bases, and also it's just more hyaluronic base. So this toner gives way for you applying maybe 3 layers rather than the regular 7, or even a single layer. I think that with a moisturizing toner you can get away with not moisturizing at all, and you just save it all in one step. So I'm having a giveaway for the Singapore audience on my Instagram page of this, as well as this from Pyeongkang Mule. I've done a review on my top favorites from Pyeongkang Mule, mostly in the moisture range, just the moisture serum. I am finally down to the last bit, and I probably am going to throw away that last bit simply because I've used this for the longest time, and I have a new backup already. So it really is like a milky type serum. It looks really thick, so it can look like kind of really thick because it's like white and cloudy. But once you have it on your hand and try the texture, trust me when I say it's the lightest thing that you'll ever have on your face. I like it when serums and kind of ampules have this texture of feeling a bit thick from the start, like having a kind of weight to it, but when you blend it out, it just melts away. I think that those formulations are just a good attribution of it being a quality serum. Alright, last 2 skincare products from Chantecaille. I've had the privilege of kind of going for their opening in Singapore, and I've loved Chantecaille since I was in Australia, so that's the honest truth. I didn't get swayed by any PR company, and essentially these 2 products I'll highlight highly recommend. I went for their launch of the Rose de Mai face oil and I was gifted this, but I have to say that its incredibly high price point is justified. I mean, I didn't pay for it and I most likely would have bought a smaller bottle if it were my own money, because it's a lot to go through for oil. But this Rose de Mai oil is... Let's take a moment. I would say, I mean, if you imagine like cooking oil, which is not a very good comparison, it's like super slicky, and it's just like, even if you massage it into your skin, it doesn't really melt down to anything. It doesn't become even thinner than it is. It just remains as like a really slippy thing. But facial oils are totally different, and this is really one of a kind, because the moment it touches my hand, I feel like the warmth of my hand is already doing something to it, and it's becoming like a lot lighter than just a regular oil. It looks like any regular oil, to be honest, but I just think that the only way, aside from my description, is for you to try it, because this oil is just amazing. Okay, second last product. This is from Chantecaille Essence Vital. I picked this up with my own money, really pricey, in the hundreds, but something that I have to just say is that I was obsessed with this like a year ago, and I didn't pick it up because I didn't have the kind of spending power then, but I picked it up this time round because, similar to my rant about Korean products, I rarely meet the essence or toner type formulation that I'm like stunned by, basically. So essentially, when I came across this, most essences, especially in Korea, and also I believe Westerners don't really focus so much on essence, but when there's a brand that comes up with it and it's similar to Korean products, which are a lot cheaper, I will typically just be like, yeah, I'll go for the cheaper alternative. And also, if it's the same consistency, like a very watery consistency, then, you know, duh, I'm just gonna go for the cheaper option. But when Chantecaille came out with this Essence Vital, I was like, wow, essences can come in a gel form, and this is basically what it is. It's like, it's this really beautiful bottle for one, but also the texture is like a gel. Not sure if you can see that, but it's not water. As you can see, it's not slipping down the back of my hand. It's essentially a gel. It comes out like a gel, and then when you rub it in, it melts away. But this essence remains a little bit thicker than others. So like K2 First Treatment Essence, Misha's First Treatment Essence, a lot of essences start off really wet, and once you pat it into your skin, it kind of disappears. But I like that this Vital Essence remains a little bit thicker, but it's not thick in a way that is like really heavy. It does melt, but it still remains a bit like, you know it's there, and you know that you don't have to keep slathering many layers on because it keeps disappearing. So which is why I really like this, and I picked it up with my own money. And yeah, it is really pricey. I hope to find a cheaper alternative. With most things, I honestly wish I could find cheaper alternatives for everything, but as of now, with this kind of, for me in my books, a revolutionary texture, this is the only one that I've come to find that is of such a texture. So last but not least, Biore UV Aqua Rich Watery Essence. I don't know why I didn't put this into my last couple of years kind of favorites, but I've been using this non-stop ever since I got it about a year and a half back. Why I really like it, it says watery essence already. I know a lot of people have this gripe with sunscreens because you don't like it to be too thick on the skin and you don't want to apply an additional layer. Unfortunately, if you're not willing to apply an additional layer of anything, then be prepared for scarring, be prepared for discoloration, be prepared for, you know, uneven tanning. If you want to protect your skin well and prevent further damage and further aging, you do need an SPF, whatever formulation. But in order to address that thing where I have and many people have about don't want a lot of thick layers on the face, this is incredible. It comes out looking like this. It comes out looking like this, which looks kind of thick, but similarly to all the other products I've been mentioning, once you rub it in, it becomes a watery essence, as the name suggests. and you can just basically slather it all over your body and it becomes like this invisible water consistency. My neighbors are drilling, but let me just quickly wrap this up. I hope you guys don't mind the sound, but essentially it becomes a watery essence and it doesn't feel really heavy on the skin at all. So even this watery essence, I can apply it on top of makeup. So I just rub it into my hand and I pat it on top and it gives me additional coverage. So I'm just gonna quickly wrap this up. Like I mentioned, there's a giveaway on this makeup tutorial look on my Instagram of this Sephora highlighter which I talked about for Singapore only. Do check it out. My Instagram handle is @TrishYang right here, and let me know if you have any other questions about my favorites. And sorry I'm rushing, I really don't want you guys to hear the drilling sound, but yes, if you have any other questions, let me know below. Follow me on my social medias, pop me a DM, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.